Hello everyone, welcome back to Full Grown Gaming's Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. A couple of things I want to do. This is purely cosmetic and has nothing to do with the game at all, really, as of right now. I want to change back to the classic old green Kokiri tunic there, and I don't know why I had Din's Fire equipped, but we need to go. Oh, I thought I jumped off at the very beginning of the episode. That was almost a failed cut, or take of the episode right there. But you have to shoot the hook shot, or long shot in this case, to get across that little chasm thing, I believe. I'm not sure if you can roll and jump or not. I wouldn't doubt it, actually. And we should, I believe you can come in here before, now that I think about it, you can come in here before you get the Lens of Truth. But in my experience, this dungeon is not fun without the Lens of Truth. And apparently, every time you come to one of these eyes that's glowing, or that is the way you can tell that there's something behind it. And apparently, what I was going to say, apparently every time you walk up to one, they have to tell you something. I'm not sure what this, I think there's probably going to be a map in here. Oh man, get away. Alright, that room took entirely too long. It should have taken about 3 seconds, but for some reason I could not lock onto that re-dead there. Wait, okay, I got it right. I was getting him mixed up with Gibdos, but that re-dead I could not kill for some reason. I don't know why. Now this, I believe, like I said, is the map. Alright, now we're going back to classic old times. We have the map at the very beginning of the dungeon instead of what seems to be the end. And now that I think about it, I'm really not sure where the compass is. Apparently the lighting up eyes has nothing to do with it, because those are lit up over there and there's nothing over there. There's one part in this, like, I think it's in this room, as soon as we come over here, that pot right there that just flew at me or whatever, that scared the everlasting crap out of me when I was a kid. Just, I don't know, it's not really scary now when you think about it, like, at all, but back then I thought it was really scary. Now, I think this is going to be, yep, another dead hand. Just gonna speed this up. We've seen this fight already. Link's doing the Bernie. Alright, and that takes care of the no, I was gonna call him a re-dead, that's actually a dead hand, but the names are so similar, I guess you can't really blame me. I had to cut out a little bit there because, as you guys know, I'm sharing a room now and a conversation was held, but not a big deal. Now, I believe the hover boots are in this little chest here. Actually, it's not a little chest, it's a big chest. The hover boots are probably my favorite boots because the Kokiri boots are just plain, there's nothing special about those boots. The iron boots actually make you slow, and they only really help you in areas where there are water that you have, or there is water that you have to get under or something like that. But I was going to call them the spirit boots. The hover boots actually you can use in a whole lot of situations, and they just look cool because if you go off an edge or something, you actually hover, hence the name. So let's go ahead, and I believe I'm not going to need to use it right away, and you don't want to leave them equipped all the time, in my opinion, because you slide around all over the place, and I'm not sure if you actually go slower or not, but it feels like it to me. Now here we have our first little puzzle of the dungeon. If we go ahead and use our Lens of Truth, we can see that some of these skulls up here actually disappear. Actually, all of them but one. So what we have to do is actually move this thing, which moves really slowly, over into the, pointing at that skull. Alright, for whatever reason, that puzzle didn't quite work the first time. I let it go in front of the right one, and then it decided not to work, and then it killed me. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Now, we have to use the hover boots for the first time right here. And it looks like, oh man, get back. There's no way that we could cross this without the hover boots. I don't think, unless you use like a mega flip or something like that, which is all glitches. But as far as the game is concerned, like a legit way, I don't think there's any way to do it other than just to use the hover boots. Now, I'm going to go ahead and unequip them. Like I said, I don't like to use them. I'm not going to switch them back and forth as often as I did the iron boots, because that was just getting, gratuitous. But I am going to, if I know I'm not going to use them in a, whatever room I'm in or whatever, I'm just going to cut it out. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is actually the room. Hopefully he doesn't grab onto me. There we go. 2 slashes of the big Oron sword, by the way, take these guys out, I think. I wonder what a jump slash will do, and I'm not going to let him get anywhere near me. But if I remember correctly, I think this might be the room where the compass is. And it looks like 1 jump slash will take him out. Now, I'm not sure how much more powerful a jump slash, after all this time, I don't think I've ever discussed this. I'm not sure how much more powerful a jump slash is than a regular slash of your sword. based on that little test I did with the Gibdos there, I guess you could say twice, but I'm not exactly sure. Now, I haven't seen any gold Skulltulas yet. I hope I haven't missed any. And I'm not going to take out that Beamos. I think I'm going to go in there in a second. You actually have to... If you look at these walls, by the way, they actually go away. That one doesn't, you know, go away when you look at it with the lens of truth. I thought that was just because there was nothing behind it. As it turns out, you actually have to use a bomb to blow that up. So I'll get to that in a minute. Now this room, obviously, I thought this was scary too as a kid. Pretty much this entire dungeon. And I think it might have just been the fact that I was so maybe hyped up that I thought the dungeon was going to be hard. Or scary, I mean. Because I thought everything about this dungeon was kind of scary. And by the way, I never knew that you could actually shoot that little box thing that I'm standing on instead of actually having to hit that right there. But yeah, that scythe thing in the middle actually used to freak me out. It's not too hard to dodge as I'm getting hit by it, you know, a lot. But it's not really worth it to play it safe, I don't think, and just pansy your way around it, because it takes way too much extra time, and getting hit by it doesn't really hurt you that much. And there was another thing, oh yeah, it was in the ice cavern that was just like that. Now, I'm not sure what's in here. I thought there was going to be a gold Skulltula in this room somewhere. Over here, you can see that there's actually a hole in the floor, which I'm not going to go into, but what it does is basically put you into a sort of a cage almost, where you can see a later part of the dungeon, but I'm not sure. I guess it's there to show you what you're supposed to do, or what your ultimate goal is in the dungeon, but I'm not gonna show it because I'm gonna be there eventually. Now, another thing I forgot to do, or forgot to talk about really, was the fact that as soon as you get the hover boots, they show you a puzzle where you have to use the hover boots. And I think that was a pretty good design as far as video game design itself is concerned, because I remember watching... Wow, I completely forgot those were there. I think I'm going to go ahead and take out my hook shot, because obviously it takes them out in one hit. Or the long shot, might I add. I remember watching the Portal 2 commentary track. For those of you who don't know, usually in Valve or Source games or whatever, or actually I'm not sure about anything other than Portal, but I think what they do usually is put a commentary track so you can think of or hear what they thought of while they were making the game or whatever. And there was one part about game design they talked about where they talked about if you're going to introduce a puzzle, you need to introduce the mechanics of it first. And I think they did a pretty good job of that in this dungeon here, because they showed you the hover boots, like a really simple puzzle with it first, and then they will kind of merge it together using other puzzles later. Those things, if they hit you, or if you stand under it and they cut you or whatever, I don't think it's a game over. I think what happens is you teleport back to the beginning of the room or whatever, but I'm not going to try that right now. Apparently, now this is the Shadow Temple. I kind of expected there to be shadows everywhere, you know? I didn't expect there to be those shadows, the Wall Masters or whatever, in the Forest Temple and the Fire Temple and all that kind of stuff. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure if there were any Wall Masters in the Fire Temple. I don't think there were, and I'm not even sure about the Water Temple either. Now, we can go ahead and fight that Stalfos, or you can run away like I did. And I think it's pretty cool. Let me just go ahead and stand back on that thing. I just think it's really cool. You know, I don't know why. There's just something about the scenery right here that just looks really cool. And apparently, like, the shadows appear on the hidden platforms, so I'm sure there's some sort of physics going on there that is pretty otherworldly. I believe there is another key in here, if I remember correctly. And this is the room that I was thinking of. Look how safe this room looks. Nothing in here except a like and a keys or two in here somewhere. Let's just go ahead and run. Did I really just make it across that room with that huge spinning blade and not get hurt at all as I was trying to make a subtle joke? I can't believe I didn't get hit by that thing at all as I ran through there. But yeah, there is a hidden spinning blade there, so I think that's pretty cool how they put that there. Imagine my fright when I saw that as a kid. Like a hidden... First of all, I didn't know why I was being hurt. I was standing here getting hit, and then I thought, I guess, to look through the lens of truth or whatever. To open that door, I believe you have to kill all the enemies in the room, or that's what I do usually. I'm not sure if you have to kill the like or not, but I do it anyway. So there are two keys, maybe 4 keys. Let me just go ahead and use an arrow, I guess. Arrows are pretty important in this dungeon, and I'm not sure if you can even complete it without arrows. There's one part where you have to shoot a bomb flower, and I'm not sure if you have to use arrows or if you can actually substitute the long shot, because I know there's a lot of parts in the game where I think they expected you to use arrows, but they let you use the long shot. Over there's floating hearts, as you can see, and you have to play the Song of Time, I think, to get a block to appear here. I'm not going to do that because I'm not really hurting for hearts right now, but maybe one of you guys can confirm whether or not that's how you actually do it. I wonder if I can hit this thing with a jump slash. That sword is a lot longer than I gave it credit for, I guess. I didn't think I was actually going to be able to hit that. Finally, we found a gold Skulltula in this dungeon. I thought I was going to be missing a whole lot of them. This is actually... wow, nothing in there at all. That must be another one of those situations where... I could have sworn there was a key in there, though. I know there's a chest here. Maybe there's a key in here. Oh, well, we're not. So apparently this room was completely pointless, except for that gold Skulltula. I could have sworn there was a key in here, but I guess not. And I forgot what I was talking about there, so whatever. I guess I'm just going to skip back. Alright, so I've made it back to this room. I had to cut that part out. But anyway, another thing that I kind of want to touch on is that you don't want to leave your lens of truth constantly. Why does that happen? That never happened before, and now it's happened like twice in 2 episodes. But you don't want to leave your lens of truth constantly on. It doesn't drain your magic too fast or anything, but it's not worth it because if you run out of magic, then you're pretty much done for because you have to go back and... I should have brought maybe a green potion in here just in case. And if you didn't catch what just happened, I think I might have accidentally collected that silver rupee under the Beamos by accident without killing him. I thought you were supposed to actually blow him up to get the silver rupee under him, but I guess not. And I think this is going to be my least favorite room in the dungeon here. Or not, actually, I kind of like this dungeon, or room. So let me go ahead and pull out this block. I kind of like this room. I thought it was going to be the one with the fans, and if you guys have played this dungeon, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Now, there is a gold Skulltula in here too, but I'm going to go ahead and speed me pushing this through here because it's going to take forever. Alright guys, I've made it to the end here. I thought I was going to get killed, or I didn't think I was going to get killed. I thought the block was actually going to save me, but it let me down. The block actually let me get smashed by those spikes, unfortunately. Now, I don't think there's anything in here except, I thought there was a key or a treasure chest over here. Apparently not, but I know there's a switch. Oh wait, I think that switch right there. Hopefully I can get over there. Well, I can't believe that word. But I think that switch makes a chest appear. Alright, so I guess I was getting a little ahead of myself there. I thought maybe what was going to happen there was I was going to get on top of those spikes and it was going to go all the way up to the ceiling and crush me. Luckily, that didn't happen. There better be a key in here. Thank you. I was going to say, if there's not a key in there, I actually got lost and I don't know what to do, but luckily there was a key in there. Now, we're going to go back to the main... I don't know if you could actually call this the main area of the dungeon or not. It's what I consider to be the main area of the dungeon. I don't know why. I guess just because there's a whole lot of offshoots and stuff. But we have to come over here. Luckily, this platform doesn't move, but that one actually does, as you can see. I don't think if you have the hover boots on, it's really that big of a deal. But if you fall off here... oh, no. Okay, I made it. Every time I make a jump in here with the hover boots, or not even a jump, if I just try and trust them, half the time I end up falling. Luckily, I can't believe I haven't fallen into the spikes or into the pits at all in this episode. Now, this room, I believe there are 5, probably, silver rupees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so let me go ahead and collect these real quick. And that opens that door. Now, this is another example of what I consider to be awesome video game design, because what they do is they put silver rupees under those hookshot things, and then they put one where it looks like there should be one of those, but you can't see it. So you actually have to integrate the lens of truth into your, your puzzle almost. So I'm not sure what's in this. Hopefully it's a key. I could always use more of those. Unfortunately, it's not a key, so I think there is a key in here, though. Well, apparently, if this is what I'm thinking it is, it's been a long time since I've played this part of the dungeon. I believe what I have to do is throw a bomb in there, of all things. Luckily, I was just about to pull out my bombs, but then I saw that there were bomb flowers up there. So, luckily, they decided to give me some bombs and play it nice. And when did I get so many arrows all of a sudden? I don't remember picking up those arrows. I remember starting the episode with, like, 17 or 11 or something like that. Like I said, I don't remember where I got all those arrows from. Hopefully, that'll blow that up. Thank you. Now, if you guys remember in the last episode, I said something like, oh, the key in here is the only one in the entire game that is actually just laying on the ground. And apparently I unlocked something by killing... Oh, I unlocked the door to get out of here by killing the enemies. If I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have been able to progress. But here's another key that's actually just laying on the ground. In the last episode, I said something like the one in the Kakariko well is the only one that does that. Obviously, that wasn't true. Now, to get up there, it looks like there's no possible way we could get up there. Fortunately, that's not the case. If we look at the ceiling, with the Lens of Truth equipped, might I add, there is one of those hook shot things. And if I just... Oh, I thought that was I was about to say, I've never noticed that there's an H on these things, but it turns out I guess I was blind. There's no H on them. But this is the only way, as far as I know, without glitches, to get up here. Now, I'm not sure... I don't remember the order of this dungeon quite... Alright, so now this is the room that I thought that other room was. There are fans everywhere in this corridor, I guess. You don't want the fans to blow you anywhere, because it is really frustrating, especially when we get to the last one, I think, when you get blown off course. And then they put these guys in your way to make it even slower, and walking with the iron boots on is not something that I consider fun. This one right here was a pain to me. Obviously, we can't get across there by jumping. I'm not even sure if you can jump with the iron boots on. I doubt it. So we have to wait for it to stop blowing. Let's go ahead and switch to our hover boots. Hopefully, we can make it over there in time. I don't think we're going to have to switch to the iron boots again. I thought I was done for right there, and I was about to be really ticked off, but it didn't. Oh, and I better put my iron boots on just in case. I don't think that you have to. I think you can just wait, but I'm going to go ahead and use my iron boots. And it looks like that eye switch up there is mad, so I wonder if anything happens if we shoot it. Turns out that is just a decoy eye switch. I don't know that I've ever seen that, or if I've ever tried to shoot it or not, but that's kind of funny. I hope there's a key. No, I don't think there is a key in here. Apparently there is absolutely nothing in here, so I'm not sure what the point of this room is. Did I miss something on the floor? Oh, apparently there's a treasure chest. I wonder what this... Probably not a key, though. Well, apparently some arrows. I do need some of those arrows. I don't think there's anything under this pile of rubble right here, because it wouldn't have the same texture as the wall if it did. There is a pile of rubble in the next room that actually does have something in it. So I will be getting that. And it's actually... I'll show you what I mean in a second. That is really... I'll talk about game design more in a second. Now, oh man, good thing for a second I got flashbacks of having the Kokiri or the Deku shield and that getting burned up. But if you didn't see what happened there, hopefully I can get out here and look through the wall. What am I doing? I can just use this and look. That thing right there will actually blow you over here. You have to have the hover boots on to get over here. And now I just remembered what was up with that Re-Dead room. That actually tells you how to get over here. So let's go ahead and go in here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kill these Gibdos. I'm not sure if they give you anything, though. Alright, guys. I just had to deal with, like, ridiculous amounts of yelling in the hall. I don't even know what to make of that. I don't know what was going on up there. I didn't even want to get involved. Over here, we can place a bomb. I am not sure how in the world you were supposed to know to, first of all, bomb the pile of rubble, then use your Lens of Truth to find a key that is necessary to complete the dungeon. That is one of the most sadistic key placements I have ever seen in this game, I think, in my opinion. And I'm not sure what... Oh, of course, another blue rupee. So it must be... I'm thinking maybe arrows were in there, and if I didn't have max arrows, they would give me more arrows. Guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here because I have a lot left, and it sounds like the kids are getting rowdy out in the halls, so I'm going to thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and in the next episode, I'm going to finish the Spirit Temple. Oh my, the Shadow Temple, and I'm not going to get to the Spirit Temple for a while. If you want to see more Kyle action, I suggest you go watch the Metal Gear Solid Let's Play that's going on over at the Republic of Joe, because we are having a fun time with that. But anyway, guys, I want to see you guys back for the next episode.